Because we stopped the stream, so that's the.
Yeah, sometimes it happens that just tell me whenever you're ready to go do the interviews and I'll go with you.
Okay. Ve, párate enfrente, just so I can see something different. Or switch cameras. Switch cameras for me. Just go to like a. You switched?
Oh, it's in the second one.
Okay. So I'm waiting for that to show 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. There we go. So it switched. Now we have audio.
You have audio?
Checking audio. Audio check 1, 2. We're about to begin. All right, good morning. If I could have everybody's attention, we're about to begin with the kickoff for the 2024 Estemos Unidos STEM Festival. So we could go ahead and find a spot. We have some exciting news. We're ready to kick this off. My name is Guillermo Carmona. I'm the Director of Communications for Gadsden ISD, and I am very privileged to be your host today before this wonderful STEM activity, STEM event. And here in a moment, I'll be introducing some very important people. But I just wanted to say thank you in advance for being here, for taking time on a Saturday. A lot of your classmates are not out of bed yet, but you are. So thank you for being here. Sponsors, your commitment to their learning, I appreciate it. This event celebrates the creativity, the innovation, and the potential that we have here in Gadsden ISD, and I'm very, very happy to be here. I'd like to introduce somebody who's always supportive of student success, especially in the STEM area, our fearless leader, Mr. Travis Dempsey. Can I get a round of applause for Mr. Travis Dempsey?
Thank you so much. I sure appreciate that. I do have notes. What I've got, I got here a little early. Let me tell you how motivated or excited I am, and I want our students to know this. Typically this week, I spend the entire week and today at a conference in Albuquerque. And because of this event, I was up at 3, on the road at 4 to get here. That's how important this is to me. And I say that because I really am excited about this opportunity. And as I watch this, I love seeing parents and students. And what I would emphasize to everybody today is these are planting seeds. We're planting seeds today, and it's exciting to see where they'll go. So good morning, students, educators, families, and distinguished guests. It is an absolute honor to welcome you all to the first annual Gadsden ISD STEM Festival. Today marks an exciting milestone for our district as we come together to celebrate the power of STEM. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and its role in shaping the future of our students, our community, and our world. Let me begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to the individuals who made this event possible. To our dedicated educators, thank you for inspiring curiosity and a love of learning in our students every day. To the countless staff, volunteers, and community members who work tirelessly to bring this vision to life, your commitment and creativity are deeply appreciated. To our industry partners and sponsors, your investment in our students' future speaks volumes about you, and we are incredibly grateful for your support. And finally, to the parents and families here today, thank you for encouraging your children to dream big and explore the endless possibilities that STEM has to offer. STEM is not just a collection of subjects, it's a mindset. It's about solving problems, thinking critically, and imagining a better tomorrow. These are the skills that will prepare our students for success in a world where technology evolves faster than ever and where global challenges demand innovative solutions. Today, we are providing a space for our students to see what's possible when they pursue their passions in STEM. From hands-on exhibits and workshops to guest speakers and demonstrations, this festival is designed to ignite curiosity and inspire the next generation of scientists, engineers, coders, and innovators. We know that STEM education is a gateway to countless career pathways. From healthcare to renewable energy, from robotics to space exploration, the opportunities are as diverse and exciting. Here at Gadsden ISD, we are committed to ensuring that every student, no matter their background, has access to high-quality STEM education. Our goal is not just to prepare students for future careers, but to empower them to become leaders and change makers in their fields. As we walk through the festival today, I encourage everyone, students, parents, and even educators, embrace the spirit of discovery. Ask questions, try something new, and let yourself be amazed. Before I conclude, I'd like to give a special shout out to the students who have contributed their talents and hard work to this event. Whether you've helped design an exhibit, participated in a project, or taken the initiative to explore a new interest, you are the reason we are here today. You are the future of STEM, and we couldn't be prouder. In closing, I want to thank everyone for being a part of this incredible journey. Together, we are building a bright future, not just for our students, but for our entire community. Let this festival be a reminder of what is possible when we dream big, collaborate, and believe in the power of education. Thank you all, and have a terrific festival.
Thank you, Mr. Dempsey. Fantastic. So we have a guest who traveled all the way from the Pacific Northwest to be with us here today. It's my pleasure to introduce an engineer from the Microsoft company, Miss Yanin Twelve. Did I pronounce it correctly? Yeah, all right. I'll get that side.
Hi everyone, really lovely to be here. Super excited to be in New Mexico. Very different from Seattle, so hope you all can come visit there someday. But yeah, today I'm here to talk about a couple, hopefully, lessons for those of you who are aspiring in STEM, or maybe not even in STEM, why you should learn and pay attention in your science and math classes in the next few years. So yeah, next slide please. So to start off, right, why do we go to school, right? We need to speak the language of memes. So we obviously go to school to learn things, right, to learn things that we don't know, so we're not like this confused lady up here, right? But there's more than just that, right? In school, we're learning to discuss opinions, right? How do we communicate our own opinions? And how do we kindly talk to people who we don't really like or don't really like their opinions? That's also very important to do diplomatically. But also, right, we're learning how to learn. So it's not just the content that we are learning that we're remembering, it's learning how to learn how we got to there, right? So that's a very important step as well. And then also, right, we just want to be able to learn how to think independently for ourselves. Sure, people are giving us information and we're taking that in, but how do we process that and how do we understand that why the information they gave us is the correct information? Because, you know, sometimes people will make mistakes, right? When you're scrolling TikTok, people will give you information, and how do you know if that information is correct or not? Next slide, please. So one thing that's very important nowadays is computers, right? We start off with, you know, learning biology, chemistry, and physics in classes, right? This is a very popular curriculum. And why do we do that? It's because in biology, we learn, you know, how we get sick, right? And then how we get sick, how do we get better from being sick? In physics, we learn about how different objects interact with each other, right? How different substances interact with each other. So why things are built the way they are, why, you know, soap makes our hands clean or whatever that is, right? So that's all very important. But nowadays, we have a digital world built around us out of computers, right? Humans have built computers everywhere, and I'm not just talking about laptops, I'm talking about phones, cameras, refrigerators, vacuum cleaners, right? Everything nowadays has a computer in it, so it's important to understand why we have, you know, how those computers work, right? What are the basics? Just like when we learn biology, we teach people, you know, like maybe CPR or first aid. You don't need to be a surgeon, and you don't need to be able to, you know, stitch people back up, right? But we want everyone to know the basics of these areas so that they can kind of help themselves in the situations where they need to. And it's the same thing with computer science, right? If you're going to be interacting with the computer every single day, you want to be able to work and know how to fix the basic things with computers and understand what is behind the system that's working with it. So you don't need to study even computer science. You don't need to become an electrical engineer or anything like that. Even if you're becoming a lawyer, a doctor, an accountant, a farmer, right? It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're running your own business, you have a little bakery, right? You're going to be using a computer, and you want to know, you know, how that's going to make your life better and how you can use that as a tool for yourself. So it's very important to kind of learn about computer science, even if it's not a required class for yourself. Next slide, please. So a quick diagram here. It's a little hard to see, but I did want to share, right? Easy life versus hard life, right? You'll definitely sit in those classes where you're like, this sucks, I don't want to be here, I don't want to learn this, right? But why are we learning it, right? We're, again, learning not just the material itself, but we're learning how to learn, and we're learning how to critically understand why these topics are important for us. So, you know, you might be at that, like, first incline right there, and it might not be super great right now, but what that'll get you is that in the future, when you're in your, you know, adult life, things will be easy. It'll just be, you know, maybe more, you know, straight sailing, right? Whereas if you have an easy time right now and you cut class and you don't, you know, take those difficult classes, right? You're gonna have an easy time right now, but it's gonna be twice as hard, if not impossible, to have that easy life later on, right? So that's a decision you want to make early, before it's too late, before it's hard to correct yourself and have that easy life when you want it to, right? All right, next slide, please. So I want to talk about some interesting people who have also gone through some difficult experiences in their early childhood or early adult life and were eventually able to accomplish great things. And you may have heard of some of these as well. Next slide, please. So the first one is Marie Curie. So she's most famous for her work in radioactivity, and she's the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, period. And she is also the first person to win 2 Nobel Prizes, not just the first woman. And she's also the only person to win a Nobel Prize in 2 different science fields, right? So that's a lot, to top right there. So a very impressive person, right? And you might think, she came from like a super rich family, everything was like really nice for her, she had a bunch of friends, everything was great. But actually, it was very difficult for her to get to this position as well. When she wanted to attend undergraduate university, women were not allowed to attend most undergraduates in her country, so she had to attend a sort of underground stealth university just for women. And then after that, she was looking for graduate opportunities outside of her country because, they weren't offered to women. And so but then her family didn't have the finances to support her, so she had to take several years off to work to support both herself and her sister as they were trying to go through college, through their graduate college experience. All of this was done in a foreign language, right? She was originally from Poland. She went to France to study. She had to do all of that. And throughout her career, the Academy of Sciences actually did not allow women into their sort of association. So she had to rely on allies from, her male colleagues to help present her content for her, right? So none of this prevented her from winning the Nobel Prize, right? And I think we're all in a much more fortunate state where today, everyone's able to attend colleges and everyone has an opportunity to do so. So you just have to work hard to get there. Next slide, please. The next one we have is Katherine Johnson. You might know her from the movie Hidden Figures, right? So she was one of the first African-American women to work at NASA as a scientist. So she grew up in West Virginia. It was segregated at the time. So her after middle school, so they did not actually offer public education to African-Americans after 8th grade. So she actually had to commute to a different county to continue her education. After that, when she attended undergraduate, they actually ran out of math classes for her to attend. But fortunately, the professors saw her sort of talent in the area and created new math classes just for her. Then when she wanted to attend graduate school, the graduate schools in the area were originally segregated, and after a Supreme Court case, she was one of the first 3 African Americans to attend the local graduate school in her area to help desegregate the college. And then, we know her most well for her role at NASA and doing, research math, right? But actually, when she graduated, she had a really hard time finding positions in research math. So she was actually a teacher for a few years. And then she didn't get into NASA the first time she applied, but actually the second time. So without all of those, additional steps in the middle, right, she wouldn't have gotten to where she was. So she might have, have been shooting for the moon, right? And she took several steps to sort of get there along the way. Next slide, please. Then we have Ellen Ochoa, right? Ellen Ochoa is the first Latina to go to space. So she was an electrical engineer. She studied her bachelor's, then she got her master's, and then she got her PhD. And that's a lot of school already, right? But even then, she had to apply 3 times to get accepted by NASA. It was only actually on the 3rd time that she got accepted when 2,500 people roughly applied and 23 people were accepted. So that's less than a 1% rate, right? If you think about the most prestigious schools in the United States, the most prestigious colleges still have an acceptance rate of about 3%. So that's even better than that, and she had to go through 3 degrees to get there. So this is definitely no easy feat as well, right? And another fun fact that I like is that she actually brought her flute to play with her on space, right? This is actually a picture of her doing that. So, you can have other hobbies, right? It doesn't mean that if you want to become a scientist that you can't do anything else. You can't do music, you can't do art. You can still do all of that. You just have to prioritize accordingly and making sure that you can get to where you want to go. All right, next slide. Okay, so 3 takeaways here. So first takeaway is that when there are no role models that look like you get to be first. Think of it as a positive thing, right? It kind of sucks maybe that there's not an easy path to get to where you want to go to, but then you get to be the first, right? People will talk about you in the future, right? Oh, so-and-so was the first person to do this, right? So that's true of all of these, people that I talked about here, right? There was no one that looked exactly like them, had the exact same background as them, but yet they were able to accomplish so much, right? The second part is others will help you when you help yourself. So you have to take the first step, right? You can't expect other people to just, it's hard to depend on other people to help you, right? But what you can do is you can make your own decisions to go where you want to go. So once you do that, people around you will notice that you're trying and they'll notice your talent and they'll naturally want to help you. Maybe not everyone will, but there are good people out there who will be willing to help you. So that's why you have to take the first step yourself. And then the third step, the third part is find a way to do the things that are important to you, right? Just like I mentioned, Eleanor Choa, she was able to bring her fluid out into space. Katherine Johnson wanted to pursue research in mathematics, so that's what she kept on going after. And all of these women also had families and friends, right? It's not like they were, kind of nuns sitting out there doing nothing all by themselves, right? It's not that the career was their whole thing. They had a support network, right? And Marie Curie actually won Nobel Prizes with her husband, right? And her children actually went on to continue winning Nobel Prizes as well. So again, lots of things we can learn. These are not the only 3 things, right? But lots of things from these wonderful people that we have learned today. So we want to take that forward. So next slide, please. So one thing just to leave you all with, wherever you want to go, right, it might not be easy the first time. You might not get there exactly the way you want to go there, but there's always going to be multiple ways to get to something that you'll be happy with. And so my little motto is, when nothing goes right, go left. All right, yeah, thank you very much, everyone.
Wasn't that fantastic? When nothing goes right, you go left. I love it. So up next is our guest of honor, who is representing El Paso Electric, who without them, this wouldn't be possible for lots of reasons. They're providing the food for one, and also the electricity. So it's my honor to introduce Jessica Christensen, who is the Vice President for Energy Solutions and Business Resources, right? Yes? Oh, very good.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing? You excited to present your project? Yeah? You a little nervous? Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So again, my name is Jessica, and I'm here representing the electric company this morning. And I just want to say a few words about how honored we are to be part of this partnership with Gadsden ISD. At the electric company, our mission is to really drive and grow our region and create economic development and opportunities for everybody here. Because what we know is that we have the best ideas and the best talent and the best minds, the best people, the best future team members in this room, in our region, in our neighborhoods, right here today. And so we are so excited to be here to partner with this, to stem some ideas and think about old problems in new ways. We talk so much about seeing the coding is for everybody signs. Absolutely it is. We've got the esports people. We're driving electric vehicles. It's a digital era, right? Everything requires energy. Because we keep using more and more energy, we have to keep figuring out how to deliver it more reliably, more cleanly, more sustainably, more efficiently. How do we generate it and use it and deliver it in a better and better way? And so we at El Paso Electric are counting on all of you guys to help us come up with those solutions, to help us think about energy differently, and to be part of our solutions moving forward. So I just want to, again, say thank you all for your participation, students, family, staff members. We were so impressed when we started talking about this project, and, it wasn't but a few months ago, and your representatives from Gadsden said, yeah, we're going to do this year, and we're looking at each other and our calendars, and we're like, it's October, like the year's almost over, how are you going to pull this off? And you have done it, and it's amazing, and I'm so excited to get out there, and I get the good fortune of judging the secondary innovation submittal, so I'm really excited for that. But I just want to close by saying I was standing there just looking at the wall over there, and the next greatest generation is now. And I think that's a really good thing, and you guys should remind yourselves of that, because that's you. That's all you guys in this room. That's what's going to be next, and you're going to help us and everybody else solve all of our new challenges. So thank you so much for being here, and we really look forward to your ideas, and I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow. There's a lot of people supporting us. I feel lucky. So I've got some housekeeping, some things you need to know. First off, when's lunch, right? Elementary. Raise your hand if you're in elementary. We got burgers. We got burgers made by the culinary groups of each comprehensive high school. So you are going to be well fed. You got a wristband. At 11:30 elementary, you'll make your way to the CTE area. Where is that? Well, I'm glad you asked. On the, in your packet, you have a map, so that could help you. On our website, we have a page for today's festival that has the schedule, it has the map, it has the link to the live streams, and also, if you take pictures, because we're hoping you take pictures, you can upload them so we can all share the photos that you take. It's on our website there for the ESTEMOS page. So in a moment, I'll send a text message out to the sponsors with the, well actually it says it there, the password, because it's password protected. You can find that there on the web page. Right now, we're about to release for you to go to your competition areas. But if you're not competing, so parents, how many parents do we have here today? Raise your hand, padres, raise your hand. I mean, not like, no, but the parents, yeah, okay. So parents, do us a big favor. Let's let the competition roll. We invite you to stay here in the cafeteria or enjoy the morning. It's gonna warm up, but we are asking that while the competition's taking place, you don't enter the competition area. However, at 11, you are more than welcome to go into each area to see the competitions, and you're gonna wanna see them. So just give us a little bit of time to get the competition done with, and then you can do that. 11:30 is lunch for elementary. At noon, secondary can start making their way to lunch. There's no rush. Everybody with the wristband is guaranteed a boxed lunch. There are some extra lunches that they are selling as a fundraiser. So parents, there's gonna be some food trucks, but you could also have one of our delicious burgers for the low, low price of $10. It comes with chips, it comes with everything, a little dessert. So please take advantage of that and help support our wonderful culinary groups. We also have an announcement from NMSU, our partners. Right there in the back, Miss Wanda, raise her hand. She's got extra, yeah, way to go. Let's give them a round of applause.
Woo!
We have so many sponsors, it's hard to mention them all, and we will, and you can see all of their logos all over the place. They have extra shirts, so they have adult sizes left, so if you'd like an adult size shirt, please make your way. First come, first serve, so make your way over there. Be nice. We have some wonderful volunteers from the JROTC. They're all wearing their high visibility vests. They're gonna be helping sponsors get students to and from events. So please thank them for us. And at this time, we conclude the opening ceremony. Good luck, competitors. Let's make this a fun, competitive, but fun and supportive event. All right, thank you very much for listening. Let's have a good day.